In this video, we pick up as we leave Black Canyon of the Gunnison National Park. What a beautiful view of the valley below us leading into Montrose. I believe these are the San Juan Mountains off in the distance. It was a stark reminder of what lies ahead. I had used the app RV Parky to find the Confluence Park dump station. Sometimes these dump facilities are a little bit off the quickest route, but it was free and that worked for us. However, they did not have fresh water, so we could not fill our water tank. It looks like the moon is out today. No, seriously guys, pay attention to your britches. Not everyone appreciates this type of show. And back on I70 East. The weather was getting interesting today. About an hour or so into the drive, the winds really kicked up. I was taking a turn at driving so that Wads could relax and enjoy the views. However, holding Waldo straight to the freeway was proving to be more than I could take. I think this was about 7 months post-op for my second shoulder surgery. This sign seemed a bit foreboding, and I was beginning to wonder what lay ahead. Hey, look, that's the California Zephyr off on the right. That's a trip we would like to take. The drive along I-70 was beautiful. We continued to follow the Colorado River, which was still in a flood state. There are several tunnels along this route, most notably the Eisenhower Tunnel, but that's still ahead of us. There looks to be a bike trail along the river, and in many places it was underwater. The road here is pretty rough. I'm guessing that the winters are pretty hardcore. I would definitely recommend driving this part of I-70 if you get the chance. Looked like we had any chance of outrunning that storm. In fact, we seemed to be driving straight into it. It was getting close to 7 p.m. and time for us to call it a day as far as driving. I found Sullivan Lake Campground near the town of Eagle, Colorado, and made us a reservation. It looked like a nice, quiet place that offered a dump station and potable water. Again, we found dump stations rather plentiful, but fresh water was not easy to find. I had never encountered anything like the Colorado State Parks Pass before, and this was a little bit confusing. I had assumed that if you paid for a campsite, that included being able to park there? The weather wasn't too bad the day we arrived, but that evening it began to rain, and it continued to rain for the 2 days that we stayed there. It would have been nice to be able to get out and enjoy some hiking around the lake, but we made the best of it by watching some movies on Netflix. The morning we took off was very wet, and we both wondered about what the road might be like trying to get out of the park. Although we had no issues, Waldo ended up being a muddy mess. We didn't get many miles behind us on this day before we found our next overnight spot, a small BLM campground off of Highway 6 along the Eagle River. We woke up the next morning to, you guessed it, more rain. There wasn't much we could do other than drive, so we continued eastward on Highway 6. We found another rest area that provided a free dump station, water included, so this was a great spot to take care of the tanks and get showered for the day. We were also long overdue for getting laundry done again. According to one of the apps I had looked at, it showed that there was a laundromat in Vail, Colorado. Okay, this is a ski town. People aren't too interested in doing their laundry. There was supposed to be a laundromat right here, but I certainly couldn't find one. Thankfully, this fellow here told us about a lodge down the road that had a laundry room that would often let people use it if you asked. With laundry completed, it was time to catch dinner at Local Joe's Pizza. It had been recommended to us by a local. We stopped in Frisco, Colorado to refuel and noticed a Walmart in town. We circled through and we saw many signs posted about no overnight parking. There was no such signage at the Safeway or the other businesses in the strip mall. However, it just didn't give us a very welcoming vibe. We considered this vacant hotel parking area, but it was a bit too sloped and it was very busy traffic. So we went to Google Earth and found a local hospital with a real large parking area and decided to go check it out. Starting to get the hang of these roundabouts. We pulled into a large empty lot and I phoned the hospital security and asked if we could park overnight. He said sure and advised us to park a little closer to the ER entrance so they could keep an eye on things. Thanks for watching as we traveled through the western side of the Colorado Rockies.